Okay, scholars, so this is the last part of our lesson for today. Then at the end, you will be taking a picture of your work here as well as your work on this page so that Miss Esther knows you've completed everything for this assignment. Okay, so again, we're still talking about cause and effect. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to read the passage. And it's called Cloudy with a Chance of Cats and Dogs. So let's get busy reading our story. You may have heard the saying, it's raining cats and dogs out there. But what's really going on up in the sky? Read on to find out how it all gets started. Rain comes from clouds. But where do the clouds come from? First, it's important to understand that all air contains water. When warm air rises, the invisible water in it, called water vapor, starts to cool and expand. Since cold air can't hold all the water vapor, the vapor hitches a ride on tiny pieces of dust that are floating in the air. The vapor forms water droplets around the dust particles. A cloud is formed when billions of these water droplets come together. So our first question is, what causes water droplets to become a cloud? So we need to go back to the text and look for cause and effects connections in the passage that explain how clouds are formed. So what causes a water droplet to become a cloud? So let's look right here. When warm air rises. So I'm going to go back to my text. When warm air rises, okay, the invisible water in it, called a water vapor, starts to cool off and expand. So I want to fill in this blank. When warm air rises, the water vapor in the air cools off, right? And so let's do this. Starts to cool and what? Expand. So we're going to write expand right here. So expand means to get bigger. So the cause is the air rises and then it cools and expands. Okay, let's go to the next one. Since cold air can't hold too much water vapor, the vapor forms water droplets around. So we're going to go find that. So right here. Since cool air can't hold all the water vapor, the vapor hitches a ride on tiny pieces of dust that are floating in the air. The vapor forms water droplets around what? Right here. Dust particles. So we're going to write that. Dust particles. Awesome. Okay, last one. When many water droplets come together, they become a cloud is formed when billions of water droplets come together. So when the water droplets come together, they become there you go, good job, cloud. Okay? So it says, when you read, pay attention to how and why things happen. This will help you understand cause and effect. So let's fill in the blanks. Water droplets cause a cloud to form when blank of them blank together. So water droplets cause a cloud to form when what? Good job. Billions of them come together. Okay? So pause the video, make sure you get that written down, and then we're going to go to the last page. So we're going to finish reading the story, and then we're going to answer a question, this first question. You do not have to do this down here. Okay? So continue reading about clouds and rain. Use the closed reading and the hints to help you answer the question. So here are your hints. Inside a cloud, the water droplets move around very quickly. As they move, they may bump into each other. As a result, they may stick together. If they stick together, then they start to get bigger and bigger. When they get bigger, they get heavier. If they get too heavy for the cloud to hold them, they fall to the ground as rain. If it's cold outside, then they fall as snow. Much of this rain and snow falls all the way back down to the ground. Then the whole process starts over again. So let's come right here first and read our little hint. Water droplets inside a cloud move and change. Find and underline the sentence that explains how they change when this happens. So I want you to pause your video and see if you can find the sentence that explains how they change. Okay, so Miss Esther underlined, as a result, they may stick together. If they stick together, then they start to get bigger and bigger. So this is how they change. So our question is, what causes the water droplets in the ground to fall, or in the clouds fall to the ground? So it says, look for cause and effect signal words in the passage to tell about water droplets. So I'm going to pause the video. I want you to look for those signal words and see if you can pick the best answer. Okay, so I circled the signal word as a result. And so the question is, what causes water droplets in clouds to fall to the ground? So they start to stick together. They get bigger and bigger. And then right here, when they get bigger, they get too what? Heavy. So did you pick number C or letter C? If you did, awesome job. Okay? All right, we're going to keep working on cause and effect this week. So what I want you to do now is you're going to take a picture of these two pages, this page and this page, and then you're going to submit it on the Canvas assignment.